Hello everyone, this is Cygnus Destroyer reporting for duty on another ROM hack assignment, and this is the most extreme yet. The Contra series is famous for its difficulty, but these mods managed to crank the intensity knob up to 11 to produce a challenge that will make even franchise veterans toss their controllers in frustration. These put the hard in hardcore, so get ready to see some serious stuff ahead. But first, here's a fairly average and standard Super C hack. Behind Enemy Lines is basically the aforementioned sequel with a fresh coat of paint. The level layout and music remain the same, but the sprites and other aesthetics were altered. The main recurring baddies have been changed to skeletons, and the turret in Stage 3 is now a turtle. That's weird. Even weirder is the 6th boss, which emerges as a humanoid creature instead of the familiar alien. In regards to difficulty, Behind Enemy Lines is the least frustrating of the bunch, and I breezed through it without using a code. It may be just a sprite swap, but I respect the effort that went into the little details. Nice job, Anonymous. Another entry on the easier side of the spectrum is Super Contra 6. Similar to Behind Enemy Lines, Super Contra 6 is Contra Force with a slight makeover in the form of a new cast. Instead of Burns, Smith, Iron, and Beans, this adventure is led by Bill, Ryu, Guile, and Rambo, though they bear no resemblance to their iconic namesakes. The majority of the work was wisely put into improving the flaws of the source material. The slowdown has been greatly reduced, and the modder even included an extra lives code, which I accidentally discovered when I was about to switch characters. Due to this, Super Contra 6 is ridiculously easy, much easier than its source material in fact. Easy or not, I had fun with Super Contra 6 and I would definitely recommend checking it out. Speaking of recommendations, I recommend that you stay far away from the vastly inferior Super Contra 7. In terms of gameplay, Super Contra 7 is alright, but the element that drags it down for me is the music. Some people say that the Back to the Future loop is terrible, but this is much worse. The repeating arpeggios during the boss battle had the effect of nails on a chalkboard, but amplified to the nth degree. Audio assault aside, an interesting factoid about Super Contra 7 is that the background of the first stage was lifted from Mighty Final Fight. It's a Konami-Capcom crossover! Awesome! As cool as that is, it doesn't save Super Contra 7 from being annoying, and the sad part is that it only gets worse from here. If you thought Super C was tough enough as it is, think again. The Hell hack increases the speed and number of enemies on the screen, resulting in an onslaught that can overwhelm even the most seasoned players. To add insult to injury, the developer makes us feel like rank amateurs by taunting our mistakes. Clearly, this mod doesn't mess around. I was only able to get to the second level in the 20 or so minutes I spent with it, but there seems to be unlimited continues and weapon power-ups are retained, so it's not completely unfair. Regardless, it is extremely difficult, so only the baddest of dudes and dudettes should check this out. Up next is a series of mods that are truly hellish. First up is Super Contra 2, which takes the original title and scrambles it into an MC Escher-esque nightmare. The jungle now contains multiple tiers surrounded by water, and our heroes will face instant death unless they are on the correct path. It's crazy and requires hours of practice in the Konami code to make progress, except that the Konami code doesn't work as normal. Instead of raising the default number of lives, it cuts them in half. As much as that pisses me off, I have to give credit for changing the famous 30 lives code into an anti-cheat. Bravo! The Black Dawn, Evil Mountain, and Zengay hacks are design trolling at its worst, and I did not enjoy them at all. Black Dawn combines tricky jumps with nearly invincible foes, Zenge is brutal beyond belief even with the generous 99 lives. And Evil Mountain can best be summed up by this footage. Wow, I'm at a loss for words. I love a good challenge, but these are ridiculous. The programmers lost track of the fun aspect of games in the quest for ultimate brutality. Is it impossible to find the right balance of the two? As it turns out, it's not. And that balance is perfectly executed in... If I had to suggest only one hack featured in this video, the Revenge of Red Falcon is the obvious choice. The finalized version was recently released, and it is the exact opposite of Black Dawn and its peers. There's no bullet in AI trolling, yet Revenge of Red Falcon provides a tough but fair challenge. I wasn't able to get past the first level during my capture session, but I had a lot of fun in my attempts to beat it. The creators of the aforementioned failures and the community in general can learn a thing or two from tracks. This is one properly crafted hack, and I give it my seal of approval. There we have it. I covered the entire spectrum of Contra and Super C mods, from the highs of Revenge of the Red Falcon to the lows of Evil Mountain and Super Contra 7. Oh man, that music physically hurts to listen to. Anyway, all of these can be downloaded for free from romhacking.net and similar sites, and I want to give a shout out to Benevolent Dick for helping me discover them. You can check out his archived live stream by clicking on the box on the screen right now. I also want to plug my recent appearance on the Narc podcast, so if you haven't listened to that yet, the download link can be found in the description below. With that wrapped up, it's time to bring back the LJN Defender. Be sure to come back for that, but until then, this is Matt, signing out. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like what you saw and you want to see more, click any of the boxes on the screen right now and you'll be able to watch a few more of my videos. And if you haven't already, be sure to click that red box right there in the corner, and that'll subscribe to the channel and you'll be able to keep up to date with all of my current content. Thanks again, everyone.